Oh hey, it's a movie called Bummer. I haven't been this excited about sitting through a movie since that time I watched Disappointment. I know that this is the most shocking news of the year, but Bummer is not a very good movie to sit through. In fact, it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a downer. Bummer is a 1973 exploitation film directed by William Castleman. It's sort of like William Castle, man. Castleman primarily worked as a composer who did music for such exploitation flicks as The Big Birdcage, as well as Nude Django, and the adult version of Jekyll and Hyde. When the 70s briefly had their version of the XXX parody titles. The screenplay for the film was by Alvin Fast, second cousin of Ted Fast.
Who the hell are you? Ted Fast? The one and only.
Whose most notable works are the screenplay for Tobe Hooper's Eaten Alive, and on the other end of the spectrum, he also wrote Angel's Revenge. Spoiler, there is no shining your love in Bummer, just a whole lot of rape. Bummer is about a band called The Group. I'd make a joke, but hey, the band is pretty great. The film was the first feature film acting role for character actor Dennis Berkeley, whose appearance in The Doors could make this film a prequel. Bummer is arguably easier to sit through than his previous film on the show, Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Berkeley plays Butts. He's called that because he's a real asshole. Butts is a member of The Group, and he spends his off time raping groupies. That's the plot. A band member goes around raping groupies. You know, calling this thing Bummer is putting it really lightly. That's like titling Cannibal Holocaust Harsh, or I Spit on Your Grave. Well, gee, that sucks. Although it is Bummer exclamation point, really driving home how much of a bummer it really is. Stand-in Frank Stallone sure looks shocked to be in this, and wouldn't you be with a tagline like, "You don't have to assault a groupie, you just have to ask." Yeah, look, I understand that tagline was pitched off camera to Billy Bush, but you don't have to actually put it on the poster. Relax, though. The opening assures us that it is rated R. Although, given that this is a 70s film, there is a real chance that it could have been PG. This seems like the kind of movie that would have awkward acid-trippy dancing over the opening credits. Even the credits themselves are on speed. I think Carol Speed only ended up in this movie because she was hitchhiking to the set of Disco Godfather. On the plus side, Bougie Baker would probably represent The Group, but only if they combine forces with other exploitation bands and call themselves Fantastic Mercy and the Johnny Charos. Sorry, can't tell if this is the 70s yet.
Don't get uptight. I'm cool.
Sure you're cool. That's why you're driving this big Afro pimp mobile.
2 minutes in and I'm already hooked on the deuce. Anyway, back to The Group inventing hipsters.
I need you. I love you.
Get this man a PBR stat! He's having an episode! And is that Andy from Mr. No Legs in the background? Or is it Mike Meathead Stivic? I can never tell. Now I know which groupies drew the shortest straw. They're the ones who are gonna have unprotected butt sex. If you're wanting more dialogue, I'm afraid the music is cutting off their conversation.
Oh yeah? Whereabouts in Ohio? I'm from Detroit.
It's a nowhere town, man. I mean, like, you wouldn't know it. What?
No time for dialogue now. The Group is having their encore. Now it's time to play which band member is slowly figuring out he's in a movie. You can really pinpoint where the music starts having its own freak out.
My child is free.
Damn, it usually waits until closing time to crash. It's an important night for the group. Given that the mystery machine is in the background, there's celebrities in the audience. Sure, you could have parking lot sex, but I don't know how to tell you this, but I think someone is gift wrapping your van. So much action.
You gotta get it all together, kid, and make it on the road. I'm telling you, that's where the action is.
Are you sure? It appears as if the action is in a curtain-drawn van in an empty lounge parking lot. Manager Whitney Cummings is not a butts lady.
He's a pig. He looks like a pig, he smells like a pig, he even acts like a pig. Even the groupies hate his ass.
Damn, I expected class out of someone named Butts. Look, we paid $3,000 for this shag carpeting. We're gonna keep splicing in this love scene, okay? Just when I think the scene is over, someone comes back for more dialogue.
Remember, fat boy's all yours. Dig those percentages.
It was really important that that line was kept in. It had the word dig in it. Black Mama, White Mama have just escaped from prison, and I don't know, this seems like a trustworthy crowd. Show off those new jeans. This morning, she simply had a caterpillar in her ass. What's gonna happen next? Sometimes I wonder how a movie like this stretches itself out to 90 minutes, and then a crucial moment like the door scene happens. At least now I know that when the sun turns into a giant 7, that means Eyewitness News is on. By the way, you don't have to tell me that this is Marlboro country. I can already tell by everyone smelling like an ashtray. Ooh, new low rates? That's where they're getting the budget from. I'm learning everything about early 70s LA. Meanwhile, on the set of Mr. No Legs...
Hey, how many laps did you swim today?
More than you can do, kiddo.
Wanna bet?
Anytime. Just get it down here.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Life sure is boring for them since killing off Mr. No Legs. You probably shouldn't have done that. Oh good, a phone conversation. She only talks on phones that perfectly match her dress.
Yeah, why don't you bring Ted and Harry over here, and we'll just blow their mind.
I don't know who you or any of these people are. Would you mind explaining it to me?
Is there a Dolly or a Janice here?
Who is it?
How the hell would I know? I'm not an answering service.
Oh good, now I'm all caught up. Where there's a stranded John wrapping himself in a political banner, there's bound to be a strip joint. And that's not how you spell cuddly. 0 stars. The hell was that? Oh sure, you can film in our strip club, but you have to let the audience know that we're hiring! This place really needs to stock up on its water. Some of the patrons look really thirsty. Little do you know that we're surrounded by royalty.
This here is the famous Mr. Lee Mundy. And that there was the famous Mr. Lee Mundy dancer. Well, hello, Mr. Lee Mundy.
You can keep saying his name all you want, but it doesn't make me know who the famous Mr. Lee Mundy is. Oh, that Mr. Lee Mundy charm. Give him $10 and he'll buy your dignity. Mom, get off the fucking bar! Roy Orbison is having a good time. That's all that really matters. If you're wondering why Mr. Lee Mundy looks so excited, he always gets like this for Granny Panty Thursday, even if it makes him slap happy.
Eat that, Mr. Lee Mundy.
No one slaps the cameraman and gets away with it! Oh, but it's okay now.
That office still good, you know.
Oh, shove it, nigga.
Lee Mundy, ladies and gentlemen. He's famous, you know. So, I guess we're back to the main characters. Worst part of hanging out with the group is that the only band they listen to is the group. The only thing that could bring down this party quicker is if they covered Ode to Billy Joe. Oh, and smelling Butt's armpits. It's the only thing that smells worse than his ass. But if there's any anal leakage, I know where they can go for an oil change. I understand why this movie has a full hour left, because the plot is still fucking lost. This party sucks! Will someone please give me a ride home? Oh, shock, Butts is an angry drunk.
You know, even the ancient Gregorian
So what is all this bullshit?
Hey, relax, man. She's out of sight.
Bitch!
Hey, cool it, man.
He hates things out of sight, you know this! This movie is like Last House on the Left, only if David Hess's soundtrack also had to do with Krug and friends being in a traveling garage band. With friends like these!
Cool it, Jan. She'll be all right.
She better be.
Best friends have a 3 strikes or you're out rule on rape. So Butts forces them to shower together. I suppose Lee Mundy doesn't seem so bad by comparison. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Mr. Lee Mundy. Sid, not so vicious, feels really guilty about this. So guilty, he leaves them alone with Butts. Out of sight, out of mind.
Bitch!
Hey, cool it, man.
Sorry, I won't say out of sight again. This movie is pretty sleazy.
Dumb bitches!
That's the most physical representation of internet trolling that I've ever seen. His night is truly the worst. You know what'll make him feel better? Johnny Charo. This party is so awkward that the characters act just as depressed after the shower rape as they did beforehand. Still though, Gary feels awfully bad for just leaving.
Down there, Bud said that's the way it is. You said, sure. Is that the way it is, Gare?
Hey, it's 1973! Everyone's a monster! But all's forgiven. I've never loved you as much as I do now. Truly nothing will kill the mellow groove of this soundtrack. Why does the music sound like a case has just been wrapped up on the streets of San Francisco? Wow, this movie really is all about the Butts stuff, isn't it?
We should find some other place to go. You're not a little boy anymore.
Shower rape really does tighten up the back. Don't need to see this. I see someone is wondering where the happy trail leads, but it doesn't answer why he appears to be fantasizing about butts while receiving head.
You son of a bitch, what was that for?
For starting something you didn't finish.
This movie has no heroes. Ah, just kidding. Bring it in, sweet cheeks. Oh, drugs. I'm so surprised.
Oh man, that's some good shit.
It'd be a bummer if that line wasn't included in a movie called Bummer. Well, that was a wild night. Anyway, dig the photo of my favorite group, Tony Manero and the Tony Maneros. Aren't you gonna talk about what happened?
Hey, have you got any toothpaste?
Yeah, it's in the tub.
In the tub?
I always brush my teeth in the tub, don't you?
What's that?
What? No, you don't just move on from a line like that. Why do you brush your teeth in the bathtub? And where the hell are the police? Oh good, Dan Tana is hot on the case. Oh no, it's Fat Dan Tana. That dude is rapey as fuck. Now remember, movie, no more tangents.
I particularly recommend the Chateaubriand. It's excellent here.
As I was saying, Sid, I don't really mind doing a bit part once in a while. It's just my image.
Sure, I'll help fund your movie, but I need you to give me a role as homeless Dos Equis guy. They sure are the best of friends.
Now, no fucking around with the groupies. This isn't L.A. You got that?
Just kidding, boys. Let's get to raping. I can't lie, I'm looking forward to the movie cutting back to the dinner conversation.
Oh, would you like something else?
Yes, I'd like another movie. Well, this is one way to have group sex. It's certainly less sweaty. Don't worry, if you're confused by the pacing, so am I. Hooray for Hollywood. Come for the world-famous Hollywood Walk of Fame. Stay so that old men can take nudes of you. This movie is as random as its title.
Did I ever tell you that my last old man tried to turn me out working on the streets? And when he couldn't, the nigger ran off with a fag, the old fag motherfucker.
It may be hard for me to quote that line in a crowd of people. Oh good, the police!
Oh, come on. Butts may have leaned a little, but he doesn't have to rape anybody.
But he does. He really, really does. This movie is running on more fumes than their fucking van. It's just a series of meaningless scenes spliced together to bridge the first act and the third act. She is not going to make it on her own. She's probably gonna die. Now let's hang out again. Everything worked so well the first time. Wait, this all looks familiar. This is where Bummer ends and the geek begins. I knew I recognized Butt Squatch from somewhere. Yes, a love montage featuring people who have no problem leaving the room during shower rape.
That the time is here.
I hope to God that none of them end up together. And I'm pretty sure Butts is about to sexually assault the photographs. It's the photo album that you don't want to find in your parents' closet. Mom, is David Naughton my dad? There's no dick pics, but there's plenty of Butts shots.
What the fuck's all the hollering? You a pig, you a big pig. It's all you ever are.
Cool it, but she didn't mean you.
Okay, stop inviting him places. And how is he not arrested? You know it would be safer for all of you if you roasted Butt's dick over a fire. As they all forget how a car works, it's good that the music tells me which character I'm supposed to hate. Ooh, I don't trust that Butt Squatch. Guys, you left behind your guitar! Oh, never mind. You don't know how to play music anyway. No joke, these two leave to get married in Vegas. I haven't felt this sure about a wedding since Ike and Tina. And the second that this girl is alone, yep, this movie is like if Leatherface was already part of Sally and Franklin's group. Someone get him a computer so he can just spend the rest of his days online. Gee, where on earth could she be? She couldn't possibly be with neckbeardy Von Damn feminazis. Anyway, after trying to apologize for injuring her rapist, this instantly reminds him of the worst massage he's ever had. I think this movie may have some issues, and I'm of course referring to the strange editing. What is happening? See, this random ass pacing is even giving the Butts runs. Still though, we can trust Butts.
He ain't got the guts to hurt nobody.
Shut your black mouth!
No red flags here! Look, just let him drive. I feel like that'll fix the problem. What? No, don't get in the van with him. You're supposed to just let him kill himself on his own. I'm sure the bears will protect Dolly if she's lost. She'll find us if she needs us. We got a cop show to take part in. Tonight on Adam 12, our boys in blue shoot a rapist in the head. It's sweeps week. But oh no, they got drugs.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Mike, give me the grass. Come on, eat!
Thankfully, the last 10 minutes isn't a car chase. They couldn't afford a wall of ice like in Mr. No Legs.
Okay, buddy, let's see your driver's license.
What'd I do?
We caught you puffing and passing in a no-pass zone, big guy. Guys, why are you complaining about this? They're taking care of your problem for you. Meanwhile, in the Brood, oh right, Butts really did kill that girl. At least he's cooperating. Guys, just shoot him, like now. Quick, get him inside before he butt-splodes all over the parking lot.
I want to know what charges you have on any of my people, and I want to call our manager right now.
Drunk driving and rape? You guys are like a clean ashtray. You're better off without Butts. This dude should be arrested for being a gullible idiot.
Well, how much I gotta shell out for Butts' bail?
You know, you keep sticking with that slob. And just watch. One day, he's gonna screw you up tight and let you hang.
Listen to Manager Girl in Gold Boots. Your band is better off not having a serial rapist in it. Why is it so hard to convince you of that? Anyway, your blood alcohol level is only 5 times the legal limit. You're free to go. This is enough for Duke to dump her and not vice versa.
Look, Janet. Okay. Now, I'm gonna try and make it with my old lady again. No more groupie scenes.
Again, I really think these relationships are going somewhere. But remember, it's the cops' fault.
Let me tell you something. People like you won't let anyone else live. All we want to do is be free to do our own thing. Don't want to hassle anybody.
Uh-huh. Anyway, here's the body of that girl your band member killed. Only one thing left to do. Have a crazy eyes off? Oh, I agree. Damn it, Butts, we gave you a 5th warning to not sexually assault any more groupies, and now you made us all look like idiots. Son of a bitch, he found the tomato soup gun. All right, Butts, you're coming with us. That'll be a night in county lockup for you. But with some of that classic Carol Speed wisdom. Now, hold tight, officers. Let's see where this goes. Okay, you can't arrest her. You officers just let her do that. And that'll be 2 nights in county lockup for trespassing on private property.
House no meaning.
Bummer. And thus ends a movie so high, it needed a courtesy of NASA credit? What the fuck? After seeing this eye-opening Harvey Weinstein documentary, we all really should have seen this coming. Bummer is certainly a product of post-Manson family. Oh dear God, the hippies are gonna kill all of us! Paranoia. The movie's subtlety surely comes from producer David F. Friedman, producer of such movies as Blood Feast, and most other Herschel Gordon Lewis movies. He was an exploitation producer so bold, he even produced a movie called Pussy Galore. I'm not sure that movie is Bond canon. Now I know what Another Son of Sam would have been like if Johnny Charo turned out to be the Another Son of Sam. And I am not very impressed. I, for one, expected to be delighted and surprised by a movie that already claimed itself to be a bummer.
Hey, watch it, you two!
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/StonedGremlinProductions. Follow us on Twitter at the Cinema Snob, or check out our homepage at thecinemasnob.com.